Hello everyone, it's Vicky here today designing for Pink Fresh Studio, and I am using the brand new Simply the Best collection, and I love it because it's got a really masculine feel about it, lots of blues and greens and yellows, and yeah, I couldn't wait to get started. I've got a photo, an older photo of me and my husband, and the colours are just right for this collection, so I thought I would scrap this. And I love this stripy paper, and I thought that I would cut the stripes out, the coloured stripes, and I would use those as the base of my layout. So you'll see where that's going in a moment. I'm just cutting those up with my trimmer, and I'm just saving the pieces of paper from the back because there are lots of words on the back, and any that had full words I was going to keep those so that I could use them later. There we go, so I've got my 5 strips, and I'm going to use some white cardstock, and I'm going to lay them across the page in the order they were on the paper, but without the white between them. So sort of like you see there. And I'm going to stick those down to the page. And I just do that by putting some double-sided tape on the left. I want to sew through these, so I don't put much tape on there, just a little bit, just to hold them in place so that when I put them through the sewing machine, the strips are where I want them to be. That's it. So I just cut off the ends. Again, I keep the pieces with full words on so that I can possibly use them later, and I put those to one side. Then I go and get my sewing machine. You can see there that that's what I've done. Those are sewn through. You didn't get to see it very well, but you'll see it in the close-up. I've just gone through the top 4 strips with some navy blue thread. Now I'm just using these circle dies. They're from Pink Fresh Studio as well, and I'm just going to cut my photo into a circle. And I'm doing that just because there's lots of circles in this kit, which you'll see in this collection, which you'll see if you get it. So I thought that I would do a circle theme. So I cut my photo, and I also cut a piece of cardstock here, this yellow cardstock, which I cut from a 12 by 12, and I'm going to cut that as a mat for my photo. Okay, so that's that done, and that's sort of where it's going to go. And I'm going to start thinking now about my circles, and there are 2 papers that have lots of circles on. That one sort of white circles, and this one's got some more colourful circles, so I'm going to cut some of those out. And when I say cut out, I'm actually going to punch them out. So I think about cutting them, and then I think, well, you know, I've got some circle punches, so let's not make this too difficult, right? Okay, so I'm going to cut a few of these out. They say things like fun, enjoy this, super cool, together. Oh no, together's on the other page, but there's one with a star on. So I just cut a few of those out, not too many. And that's, I think, a 1.5 inch punch. Could be wrong. It's slightly bigger than those circles that are on there, but because they overlap, but that's fine. So I just cut a few out there. And then I start thinking about doing the other piece, and this is a 2-inch punch, and those cut out perfectly. I just have to cut off the edge so that I can get to the circles. But I cut out 3 or 4 of those, and one of them is the one that says together, and the photo is us together, so I thought that would work really well. Okay. Right, so that's all my circles cut out, and I'm going to arrange those onto the page just randomly. I want my stripes are going vertically, so I want my circle pattern to go horizontally, and so that's how I arrange those. And I'm sticking to the colours that are in those strips, so I'm eliminating the sort of orangey red colour from the collection, but using the others. So I'm going to put some foam onto the back of my photo. My photo's stuck to the mat, and then I'm putting foam on the back of that mat to stick to the page. And that just raises it up a little bit to add some dimension. And then I'm going to start sticking down the circles. So I'm going to get some foam, put on the back of some of them. The ones underneath the photo I don't, but they just stick straight to the page. But here we go. So we skip through that, and I'm just sticking the last one down there, and that's going to overlap onto the photo mat just slightly. And then I'm just looking for any more circular elements really, and a title. So my title's just going to be from the puffy sticker. It says "Loving This." I didn't want a too big a title because I don't want it to take away from all my circles. I've got a little one there that says "Captured." I think about using the speech bubble, but I don't. And then I do use two pieces that aren't circles, and they just sort of go onto the edges of the strips there, colour coded, just to add some extra interest. And of course the chipboard flare is circular, so those are perfect, and I put a few of those on there just to add to my circle feel. And I think that's one more, I think. There we go. I'm happy with how that looks. And moving on to the die cuts and looking for some more circular elements in here. I think about using, there are some little leaves in this, and I think about using those, but I don't. I do use that little piece though that says right here, Happy Memories. And that works well. Yeah, you see, I think about using these little leaves. I don't use them because they're not circles, and I wasn't really sure where to put those. So they come off. And frames, of course, they're always chipboard frames and I love them. So I'm going to use a couple of those, the circular ones, just one up there and one near the bottom. Got lots of circles going on now, I'm loving it. And what am I doing next? Enamel dots. Excuse me. So I'm going to put some of the biggest ones on there, just sort of the colours from the background. And I think I put about 6 on there. And I think the big ones are nice because they stand out nicely, really make an impact on the page. And we're nearly there. I think I'm going to pull out the stickers in a moment, the cardstock stickers, and add a couple more circles. Yeah, so I'm going to add some plain circles, one at the top and one at the bottom, and they're just going to overlap the page slightly, so they'll be cut off shortly, but I like to do that. And I also cut out another one of those. Excuse that, that was someone trying to Skype me. I also cut out another one of those pieces from the circles paper. There we go, just a piece that will stick off the edge. Okay, so I'm just going to cut those off with my knife at the edge of the page. You can see all my sewing on the back. And I'm pretty much there, I think. I'm going to cut the manufacturer's strip off of the white cardstock. Just cuts that sticker at the same time, that final one. And that's it. There's the final layout. I hope it's inspired you for this new kit, and I hope you're really excited that there's a nice masculine kit to play with. I know lots of people are always looking for masculine kits. I loved playing with it. I will link it up for you in my description. There are some close-ups as well to take a look at. Please do ask me any questions you'd like to know the answer to. I'd be happy to help. In the meantime, we'd love for you to subscribe to the Pink Fresh channel and to my channel if you would like to do that too. But thank you so much for watching. This has been Vicki for Pink Fresh Studio. Bye bye.